Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. In the clear at the 25. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. The 30. The 20. At the 10 now. Touchdown, A&M. No chance to catch him.
Unbelievable way to start this playoff game for this offense. First touch of the football, you get a hat-on-a-hat up front, and you can see the speed in that backfield for a big touchdown to get things started.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. First down here for this offense. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Extending the play now. They'll bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be fourth down.
This is a nice job here by this defense on third down. They take away all the options downfield, and they recognize the quarterback's scramble. He almost comes up with his first down, but they keep him short to set up this fourth down.
Well, he's got a crease here. Look out. Now they finally get him, but he found a nice lane in that return. This drive starts in good position. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. It didn't take long to reach the end zone last time. A perfectly blocked running play. Can they keep it going here? They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that previous play. A quick throw out left, complete. That's an explosive gain. They've got him, but they gain all the way to the 28.
Now, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. The shotgun handoff here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Now the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Now the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense, and then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now we've got a 4th down.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Automatic on the PAT. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Bringing pressure. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Handoff running right. Gets some space around the 30. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the 1st down. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in his next few plays.
And the Rebels lining up here on 1st and 10. Ball handed to the running back. And tackled after a small pickup there.
With the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And the Rebels are in the red zone. An inside give now from the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the 1st down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. Looking to pass this time. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, I know it's only the first half, but let's face it, Chris, you've come this far. This is a playoff game. When you get inside a 10-yard line, you can't settle for field goals. You need to...
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they'll set up for the PAT. To make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Look, when this back has room to run, he really can hurt you with his speed and his ability to accelerate upfield to pick up a first down. Think about A&M backs over the years. They had been spoiled. Some great backs, most recently Devon A-Chain and Isaiah Spiller. But even going back, people forget Dante Hall when he wore that Texas A&M unit.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. The pass rush closing in. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Here we go on fourth down. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on fourth and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
Ball handed off. Runs through the defender.
Because I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Receiver makes the catch, and the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long. So this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
And tackled there by the defense.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second and goal for the offense. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Aggies. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Catch made on the left side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
That completion makes it second and medium. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
But his defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for a deep completion. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. And see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down. He escapes the sack. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Catch is made way down inside the 30. Touchdown, A&M. Just ran away from the defense. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they've got the returner corralled. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Pressure is coming. Under heavy pressure, takes a shot as he throws the ball. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up third down.
Boy, what a good job by this defense of trying to put pressure on this mobile quarterback. Here's another example of what he can do. He looked like he was going to be down for a loss, and instead is able to fight through it. But I'm going to tip my cap to this defense. They knew what they were facing today, and they're doing a good job of containing him and applying enough pressure to be able to offset this offense.
Receiver makes the grab. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Man, really good job here by the defense, flying around, recognizing the ball is out, and then making the tackle short of the first down.
The Aggies will line up to punt it away. Coverage team brings down the returner. Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. And looking for a big play here. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Rebels.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And now to try here for the extra point. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Has caught near the sideline, but he gains nothing. Goes down after making the grab. That's not going to be enough for a first down. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Short completion there. Second down coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quick throw to the left. Goes incomplete. Broken up by the defender nicely that time.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting in the way of that and knocking it away.
The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And that's a solid return after the interception.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
Come out throwing here to start the drive. Will he score here? Touchdown, Ole Miss. Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
And they tack on the extra point. The offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum.
Return runs out of bounds.
And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. The pass is intercepted. So a little under 30 seconds to go in the half. We'll see how they play this here on 1st and 10. DB's backing off from the line now. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Here's a target, and it's complete. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it go quickly. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator's doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Long enough and good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Return begins inside the 10. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Aggies will kick this away to begin the 2nd half. Rebels offense is back out on the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. Breaking free at the 35. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. On first down, it's play action. Defense is coming after him. And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. Now it's second down here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage here. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. Contact as he let the ball go. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Great job by this defense once again on that third down, and now we get to fourth down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on fourth down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
They look to throw it here on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings them third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. It's caught downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage.
Boy, a wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
They'll run it to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Punt lands at the 6, but heads into the end zone. Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? The game makes it second and medium. Same tailback, another carry. He shreds the tackle. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got it. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup here.
Well, I think we can all see how tough it is to control this guy under center today for his defense. But they did a nice job of keeping him contained. But they've got to stay focused. They can't get lazy because we could see him breaking one any moment against this defense.
Looking to pass here on second down. Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got his man in the open field. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. He's swarmed by the defense. See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. Third down and goal. And the tight end tries to muscle his way to a first down. Touchdown, Rebels. Fought all the way back to take the lead. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The PAT puts them up 3. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
And isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
The gain moves the ball to the 39. It'll be first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up second down. Quarterback dropping back. No connection there. The pass is incomplete. to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And off the deflection, it's caught. They'll stop him short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up 4th down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ole Miss 31, Texas A&M 28.
The Aggies will come to the line looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. He didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Rebels offense back out on the field. Grab behind the line. It's McCoy. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. For the offense, a chance to extend the lead, but more importantly, milk the clock here late in the game. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Caught near the goal line. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
They decide to throw the football down inside the 5-yard line, and the defense is there to keep him short of the end zone. Good job and great execution by the defense.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
38, Texas A&M 28.
Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He'll take a deep shot here. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They'll try a pass here. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. You talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
Handoff here from the shotgun.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
The Rebels are going to cash in this red zone trip. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking to set up a screen pass here. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Rebels. This offense really clicking.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of him, all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away.
28.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. He's going to pull it down and run. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. And the Aggies come to the line in a hurry.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
That's a big gain deep into plus territory. They'll spot it near the 30. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. They get him down. The gain is to about the 12.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Heading left after the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Great move in the open field. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. First down, looking to throw the ball. And they heave it deep downfield. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Pass caught. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back, but here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know, who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Handoff in a single back formation. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Fakes the handoff, Looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Really tough to run a good counter play when the linebackers aren't fooled at all. This time they get down in a hurry into the line of scrimmage to make that play.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And just a short gain here, and that will do it for this ballgame. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance.